Yeah, all right, guys. In this particular webinar, I am going to introduce to you everything you need to know about how to get into tech. So this webinar is centered on how to get into tech. So it's a guide to various tech branches or various tech stack. So it doesn't matter if you don't even know how to write a simple line of code, or if the only code you know how to write is star 3008 hash. So I want you to just pay maximum attention and follow this webinar strictly. All right, if you are new to this particular YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel and make sure you like this video. You can also share this particular video to those people that you know that will benefit from this particular video. Let's get into the business. So in this webinar, these are the things we'll be looking into. The first one is from the introduction, why tech, different stack in tech, and how to get started with tech, and lastly conclusion. So pay a maximum attention as we go forward. All right, in the introduction to tech. So tech, that is technology, right? As the use of information and tools to develop solutions and enhance operation in varieties of sectors using electronic tools, systems, and software. Now, let me just explain this thing using the old method and new method of banking, right? As stated here, the old method and new method of banking. Back in those days, we were made to understand, because not every one of us were available at that time. We were made to understand that there used to be a long queue, like whenever you get to bank, you want to take a deposit or you want to withdraw any money from the bank, right? You have to go there, fill a form, stay on the long queue. There's nothing like electronic aspect, but people look into it that, how do you want to ease this particular problem? How do you want to ease this particular stress from people? Let us devise a means whereby anyone can just easily go to a nearby place or the closest area, go in there, withdraw his money and get out of that place, or even deposit. And now look at what is happening even at this present age now, right? You can easily get to any nearby POS or spot to get your money out of the bank, right? Using your ATM card. Back in those days, there was nothing like ATM. So this is one of the important of technology. Let us even go back to our academic sectors. Back in those days, you have to go to school to pay your school fee. You have to join a long queue at the bursar office, right? You have to stay there for a long time, but this time around you can easily visit your school website. It has been integrated to a particular payment page or payment solution. Just go there, input your card details or transfer, then you get it done. All you just need to do is take your receipt as an evidence to them in school. So look at it, it isn't a particular stress. So that is what technology is about. Now, what are the importance of tech? I think I've mentioned some of them while I'm doing the introduction to tech, right? Talking about the health sector, the finance, education, agriculture, communication, entertainment, among others. If you believe with me, like if you want to agree with me, importance of tech is even more than this particular one that I've listed here. When it comes to health sector, right, you can use it. There are some software that can even diagnose you as a patient. Probably you are just exhibiting or having some symptoms. You can easily diagnose and say, this is what you are going through. Come to finance, just like the one I explained, the ATM and every other stuff. The educational sectors, that one is even part of it. You can easily get some materials online, do everything, do your assignments, do the whole thing, compared to what is happening in the olden days. Come to agriculture too. How this particular technology has really enhanced this own agricultural sector as well. Communication, this is just the general thing. Like everyone uses this, but everyone uses this aspect of communication, like aspect of what technology. So communication, you can easily pick your phone, connect to anyone around the world, provided the person is online using the world with the help of the internet. Then the entertainment sectors, among others. So among every part of our life, almost every part of our life rather, is impacted by technology, which has an impact on how we interact, work, study, and live. Yeah, I think there was a time, one of my lecturers was saying something like, what will happen if you don't have your phone with you for a whole day? I was like, he now said, are you not going to live your normal life? My response was, our normal life is having phone with us, because phone is actually part of our normal life, which is to some extent, I'm very correct, right? Okay, so that's just the aspect of the importance of technology. Okay, let's move to the next one. So you want to think about it like, why tech? Why do I want to go into technology? Is there no other thing I can venture into? Everybody is shouting tech here, tech here. and the likes. So let us look into this statistic together. Look at the job capacity from 2020 all through 2025. We are in 2023 at the moment, but look at the projections there from 2020, 40 million, 41 million rather. I can say specifically that this tech of a thing really come into limelight not even before the 2020, but most people, myself inclusive, I get into this particular area in that 2020 around COVID-19 period, right? So look at it 2021, 22, up to 23. See the way the whole thing is moving forward, right? And look at the projection in 2025, 190 million. And look at the job that will be creating. New jobs by 2025, 149 million jobs. So this is just to tell you that you can definitely find your own space in this world of technology. Let us move forward. So why tech? We are still on that particular area. So why should I consider tech? The job capacity, there is enough job to go around. That is just the fact. And work-life balance. You can work flexible, like there's a flexible work hour. You can work remotely, be at your home, be working for different organization, right? Then opportunity to make difference. What do I mean by this? You can just decide like, okay, based on the knowledge that I have, what are the problems that the people around of me are facing? How can I help them? As you are providing a solution, you are also making a difference, right? Job security, that is just the fact. If this organization says it doesn't need you again, it is your skill. You have it already. So there is a job security. There is another particular organization that you really need your own skills, high salary. This is one of the major reasons why a lot of people like to go into tech. Yes, you hear tech bro here, tech bro there, tech 6 here, and that is just the fact. Tech jobs are typically very well paid. That's a fact. So let us look into different stack or branches that are in tech. Now, the technology industry is very diverse, with each branch having a particular specialty or set of skills that are needed. That is just it. So number one of it is front-end development. Yes, you must have been hearing the word front-end development. What does it even mean by front-end development? When you're talking about front-end development, you are talking about the user interface. They are the one that work on the client side of the web development. What do I mean by client side? Yes, we have the server side, we have the client side. So any website that you get into, the physical aspect, what you can see as a user, that is what the work of the front-end developers. That is what they do. They are in charge of part of websites are web-based application that the user sees. So everything you can see on that application or website is the work of front-end developer. From opening up the website, going to the home page, about page, contact us page, or sign up, sign in, log out, all those actions that you are taking, they are the work of front-end developers. They build interactive and visually appealing interface using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Vue, and among others. So these are some of the tools they use as a front-end developer, because different stack have their own particular tool that they use, right? The next one here is the back-end development rather. So as we have the front end, we also have the back-end development. So the front end, I said earlier, they are the one responsible for the aspect of the website that the user sees. Now the back-end developers, they are the one responsible for the server side development, web development. So they are in charge of the server side logic behind website and web application. Right, let me break this thing down, right? Okay, let's just say you want to make a payment on a particular platform or on a website. Let's use our bank application as a case study here. You get in there, you input your bank details, the person you want to send the money to, right? You click the amount, then you are pressing a particular you entered your key, right? That okay, you are communicating from your own website to another website. So the logic behind that thing, it's a very fast logic and an event that has connected the two sides together. So you cannot see those aspects. They are the work of the back-end developer. That's the server side of the website or web development. So the system that powers this application are built and maintained using programming languages like Python, Java, Ruby, Django, Flask, Rails, among others. So these are the language that they use as a back-end developers to build their own website or web application. Now the next one is full stack. When we are talking about the full stack is just the combination of the front-end and the back-end developers. Yes, you combine the front-end and back-end skills, both the client and the server side. So if you want to go into this particular area, you are just make sure you are ready to what to know what the front end, the tools they are using, how to use it, and what the back end also uses. So you also have knowledge in both front end and back end development. Due to the extreme versatility, they are in high demand in technology sector. That is just a fact because for someone that can have both front end and back end skills, you are hot cake. They are in high in demand. They use HTML, CSS, and other programming language used by the back end developers. So they work on the server and the client side website. Now let's go to the next one, number 4, which is UI/UX design. When talking about UI/UX design, you are referring to the user interface and user experience design. Now, let me break this thing down. User UI/UX design. Now, let's just say as an artist, probably you are an artist, so you have an idea or somebody has an idea and tell you, guy, I have an idea. This is my idea. As a designer, what you do is to what? Let us break it down. Let's just say, okay, I want to design a car. Like I picture the car in my own mind, right? As a user, like I need this particular car, but you're not telling somebody that what type of car do you need? I said, okay, I want the car to have 2 lights in front. I want it to have 1 light at the back. I don't want 4 tires. I want 2 or 3 tires, right? So you are telling that you are communicating your ideas towards the designer. So designer now pick up the biro or press or drawing tool and draw it on the paper for you, right? Keep following and draw it on the paper for you. Okay, you know that thing is still static, right? So after the designer designed that particular thing, you say, okay, this is what I designed. This is the type of car you said you need. So look into it. Does this thing meet up with your own expectation? Wow, this is what I pictured in my mind, and it is fine. So the designer will now take it towards to the UI, to the front end developers. They are the one that will implement it to make it what to move, right? Why the backend engineers? They are the one, or developers. They are the one that's be in charge of the engines, like transitioning to gear, pressing of brake. If the front end tell you, okay, when you match your brake, this thing will work. So the backend will be the one that will say, okay, anytime the user press the brake from the front, make sure you stop the car. They are the one that will write the logic behind those ones. I hope you are following. All right. So the UI/UX designer, they are in charge of how user interact with the website, the online application, and other digital products. They make use of Adobe SD, Sketches, Figma, InVision, among others, for their designing tools as their tools. That's what they use as their own tools. All right, let's proceed. All right, the next one here is cyber security. Now, cyber security just means safeguarding what the digital system against attack, right? These have other aspects too, because we have the ethical hackers, we have the baddest hacker, right? Let me put it that way. But the ethical hacker, they are the legal hackers, like they are the registered hackers. So for every application or website, it is essential for you to safeguard them from any form of attack. Anyone can just come and be trying to attack, or what is it called? I want to hack your system. There are different times like that. I will see some system manipulation whereby some people run an attack and hack a particular website or application. Like the application will be misbehaving for days before they even get their self back on track. Remember, MTN had similar issue recently, right? That might not be really an attack, but it's one of the words. When it comes to cyber security, one of the aspects that one needs to pay more attention on. So if you want to be a cyber security person, you will know that what you are doing is to safeguard a product or system against any form of attack, right? You're going to recognize the security hazard, lessen those risks, and then respond to security occurrences. That is just it. So you are just like the normal security that are protecting the president, every other thing against any form of attack. So some of the tools they use is Nmap, Wireshark, Metasploit, Nessus, Calendinius, among others. So if you want to go into cybersecurity, know that these are the tools that you'll be conversant or you familiarize yourself with. The next one is quality assurance. Just as the name implies, quality assurance. This is the person that certified the launch of a new product. Remember, we said a product manager, right, is the person that is in charge of the launch of a new product. Now, quality assurance person is the one that tests every aspect of the website from the first page even to the last action that the user will perform on every website or any web application or any application at large. So anything that the user will experience or encounter, the QA engineer will be the one to first of all experience that particular thing and tell if this is a good experience or is not going to satisfy the user. So it tests to fix bugs or errors. So it makes sure that the system complies with the specification and it is error free. It is error free. So they use variety of tools and techniques to find and fix bugs. So if a QA identify a problem here, he will be the person that will tell the developers, front end or back end engineer, said, oh, this particular thing, it shouldn't be here. Why is this thing returning error? Where I'm supposed to see a successful message that you successfully submitted your details, and you are getting another thing that access deny, invalid details, and some of those stuff. So QA will be the person that will identify that and tell the developers to work on that particular area. Some of the tools they use is this Selenium, Cypress, Champion, JUnit, Test Engine, among others. So if you are going to be a quality assurance engineer or QA engineer, these are some of the tools that you'll be using as a person. The next one is data analysis. Data analysis, getting useful information from data. Getting useful information from data. Data analysts utilize their skills to gather, filter, and analyze data to uncover trends and insights. Use tools like Excel, Python, Tableau, Power BI for their analysis. Among others, they use a lot of things for their own analysis. So this is one of what high in demand skills that people are really using, that really need. Organizations need a data analyst to get some useful information from a particular data, right? The next one is data science. Data analysis and data science, people always take them from each other, although they are intertwined, but it is very, very different. Now, data science is extracting knowledge from what? Data using algorithm. Now, remember, I said data analysis getting useful information from data. They get useful information from data. Now, the knowledge, the data scientists, they extract the knowledge from what? The data using what? Algorithm. And if you are a computer person or computer scientist student or computer science student, you know that, okay, algorithm has to do what? Step by step or form of identify or performing a particular action or getting a particular desired particular result. So data scientists, they are experts in machine learning and data analysis. Remember, we just mentioned data analysis. That they utilize their skill to create and construct model that can offer predictions and recommendations. Yes, remember, they are what? Extracting knowledge from data using algorithm. So they use tools like Python, R, SQL, among others as their own tools. A lot of tools they use. This is just basic or one of those tools, some of those tools that they use. So if you are going into data science, know that this is what you will be working on as a person. The next one is machine learning and AI. So building systems that can learn and adapt. So both of them, just like data scientists and data analysts, they are somehow intertwined. The same thing as machine learning and artificial intelligence, right? So they are intertwined, but they are very, very different. So they develop and execute machine learning model. They develop and execute a machine learning model. They utilize system for a range of application, fraud detection, picture identification, and the likes. Okay, there was a time I was watching a particular comedy like that. So from developers or team, right? So this particular person is going to the toilet. Then the toilet is what? It's a digital one. Let me put it that way. So you have to input your details, your password or Face ID as an authentication before you can access that particular toilet. So this particular guy gets to that toilet. The guy typed the password, said access denied. He used the Face ID, access denied. And this guy is seriously mad. Like, the guy is really want to use that toilet at that particular time. So after a while, I said access denied, try again in 3 hours. So Now, when it comes to this particular fraud detection, picture identification, it's about of what machine learning and AI. AI. You see your phone. There are some phone that are what's it called? They have how do I put this in? And okay, some have fingerprint, right? And some also have face ID. Yes, face ID. So these are one of what part of what the machine learning and AI personnel work on. The use Python, R, MATLAB. Some of those. These are some of the tools that they use as a person. And the next one is web design. Web design. So there's a difference between web design and UI UX design. Yes, it's quite different. So when a website designer build a website or application on existing application, let me come again. A web designer build or develop a website on an existing application. What do I mean? There are some different applications where you can easily go. They are drag and drop. You don't need to write a single line of code. Then you will get the same results. You're going to get the same result as someone that will write code. This is what I started with originally back in 2020. Back in 2020, yes, back in 2020. This is what I started with. So I was like, why do I have to write the code when I can achieve the same thing that somebody that will drag and drop a particular feature on an interface we achieve? So why do I want to stress myself writing a code? Why I will definitely achieve the same thing. But when I get into the real world of front-end development, then I know there is much to just dwelling on what someone has built and you building on your own, like you writing the code from scratch, from the back end using VS Code, Atom, and the likes. Right? So a web designer, they create the outlook and feel of the website. A web designer, they design the visual interface for website and web applications. Yes, they employ their talents to produce user-friendly and aesthetically pleasing websites. So some of them use HTML, CSS, design software like WordPress, Wix, Webflow, Shopify, among others. These are the tools that they use as their own tools. So if you don't want to write the code, this is another aspect that you can easily go into as a person. The next one, graphics design. Graphic design. So this is making graphics content for various platforms. Making graphics content for various platforms. So they make visual content such as graphics, logos, illustration, among others. So for every website or any business at all, there is a need for them to have a graphic designer that will help them to showcase their own business, portray their business, advertise their business towards their audience. And they produce design that are compelling visually and effectively conveying the ideas and message. And some of the tools they use is this Adobe Creative Suite, the likes of Photoshop, Lightroom, Adobe Illustrator, InDesign, among others. They also use CorelDRAW and Canva, and there are other applications tools that you can use as a graphics designer. So if you don't want to write a code, this is another aspect of tech that you can go into fully. Trust me, if you know what you are doing, you definitely make your way. Forget about it that there are a lot of people in there, but there's something that will make you unique among others. So that is what I need you to focus on as a person. The next one, digital marketing. Digital marketing. Yes, I started with all of these things back in 2020. Digital marketers. Yes, I used to be an affiliate marketer. In fact, I still run it to date, right? I still do affiliate marketing. So that is where I learned this digital marketing at large. So using the internet to market goods and services, you don't have to use it for your own self alone. You have people that you can do it for, utilize their skills to advertise goods and services online. They use a wide range of social media platform, SEO, that's search engine optimization, PPC, that's the pay-per-click, right? Advertising to connect with their target market, right? Now, talking about SEO, there are SEO too, like we have the what's it called? We have the Google, we have the Yahoo, we have the Bing, among others. There are a lot of them like that. They have everything. So For your own content to come up, or for your client content to come up as the first one, to rank first, then you must master LCO. So they also use Google Analytics, Google Ads, Facebook Ads, Twitter, LinkedIn, Mailchimp as some of their tools. Yes, so if you don't want to code, if you don't want to write any code as a tech person, this is one of the aspects that you can focus into deeply. You can help people with their email marketing. You can be an email marketer, managing a particular managing their businesses for them, right? So let us move forward. Business analysis. They comprehend demands and create solution. They comprehend the demand and create solution. This is what I mean by that. There's an error in this typing here, right? They comprehend the demand and what creates solutions to it. So let us say his business is going down, probably as a result of what competitor. So the business analyst will have to go like, okay, what is happening? Why is my business, or why is the business that I'm managing going down? Is it because of this competitor, or what is going on? Okay, if it's as a result of the competitor, what is the competitor adding to his own business or into his own product that is making it going forward? Okay, let me also do the same thing, or getting another idea and create a solution around it to beat your own competitor. So they comprehend businesses demand and create solutions that will enhance operations. They employ their ability to compile and examine data, identify problems, and formulate solutions. They don't examine data alone, they don't identify problems alone, they also provide solution to the what problems. So some of the tools they use is this visual, Lossy charts, Draw.io, Tableau, and among others. So if you don't want to write code too, this is another aspect that you can focus on. All right. These and many more other stack or branches are the one available in the world of tech. Believe you me, there is no one out of this that you would decide to go into that you will not find your way, provided you know how to go around all of these things. Okay, let's move forward. Now the next thing is, how do I get into tech? How to get into tech. Now you already know the various aspects that are in tech. So the next question is, how to get into tech? What do you need to put in place to get into tech? Okay, to get into tech, you have to understand the industry. That is the first thing to do. Understand the tech industry. So how do you understand the tech industry? Just like every other industry, for you to work in that particular area, you have to have their understanding. If you don't understand what they are doing there, you will just get there and be moving around without a direction. So I want to believe with the little that I've explained before now, you must have gotten one or two understanding when it comes to the world of tech or the tech industry. Now, the next thing is to get clear on your goals. Get clear on your goals. What are your goals? What are your whys? I do tell some of my students that, okay, when you start this thing, see, it will get to a point when you feel like going back. It is a normal thing, but your why will be the why that will keep you going. I repeat, your why will be the why that will keep you going. So your why will keep you going. So get clear on your goals, right? Don't be the type of country that don't know anything. If you want to go on front end, focus on front end. If it's back end, focus there. If you are going to UI UX, focus on UI UX. If you want to go into full stack, you are going to start with one. Is either as a front end person or as a back end person. You learn the two concurrently, right? So focus on your goal. And the next one is build your technical skills. Build your technical skill. What do I mean by this? Based on the tools that I've explained earlier, as a front-end person, you'll be using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, Angular, Vue, some framework and library, Bootstrap, SAS, among others. You'll be using every one of them, right? So you have to build your skills around this particular area. And if you're a back-end person, know that you'll be using Python, PHP, among others as your own tool. If you're a UI designer, know that you'll be using Adobe SD, Figma, among others for your own tools. Okay, so build your technical skill around this particular tools, right? As a tech person, let's just bring it down to, okay, front-end developers, back-end developers, what's it called, cybersecurity person, and some of those guys, right? Developers at large. So they make use of VS Code, Atom, C plus, Notepad plus plus rather, or Notepad as their own IDE. What do I mean by IDE? When I'm talking about IDE, we are talking about integrated development environment. That's the environment you're going to use to build your own work before you push it to the what? To the main development. So the next one is what? Commit to a plan. How many days, how many months, how many years do you want to use in learning these things? There's a quote I got for somebody said, if you give yourself 5 minutes to clean your room, it's going to take you that 5 minutes to clean your room. And if you give yourself 5 days to clean that same room, it is going to take you that 5 days to clean your room. So commit to a plan, know where you are going, then start. Okay, I want to learn this thing for the period of 6 months. Believe you me, you cannot learn everything for that period of 6 months, but you can go a long way, because one of the benefits when it comes to tech industry is you learn on the job. You learn on the job, because if you don't do some things, there is no way you get it. So experience is the best teacher is actually one of the most important things when it comes to what the word of you learn on the job. All you just need to do is to know your basis very, very well. It is very, very important. Know the basis very, very well, because you are going to build on the basic. Okay. And the last one is what? Get a mentor. Get a mentor. Don't do it all alone. There are someone that have gone through what you are about to start or what you are about to pass through. So talk to the person, okay, how did you go around this thing? So I needed to put me through, guide me on how to go around this particular thing. So it is very, very important to get a mentor in your own choosing skill. It is very, very important. All right, let's move forward. And conclusion, although entering into the tech industry can be difficult, it is undoubtedly attainable with diligence and dedication. Provided you are diligent and dedicated to it, you can attain it. So getting into it, in fact, when you start, you'll be like, I will not quit like this. I will not go back like this. It is a normal thing. But it is undoubtedly attainable with diligence and dedication. So I'm telling you that you have to be dedicated to this thing and be diligent while doing this. Okay. So I'm bringing you a special offer, which I called Ember Month offer. It is a special offer indeed, because it can only be a special offer. What does this special offer entail? So if you want to start a tech journey in 2024, yes, 2023 is about to come to an end. In fact, it is ending already. So if you want to get into tech in 2024, if tech is one of your plan to get into tech in 2024, so this special offer, it's for you. And the only reason why it can be for you is if you take this particular advantage. So break into tech with this exclusive 2 weeks training and mentorship programs. So the program is going to be starting on the 18th of December all through 30th of December. So it's going to run for a period of 2 weeks, and the venue is Google Meet and Skype. Skype rather. So what are those things that you will be expecting from this particular offer? That's the aspect of what front-end development, digital marketing, website design, graphic design, UI UX design. I want to believe I've done justice to all of these areas. So if you are seeing this and there's something you don't understand and on any aspect of this, on any of these 5 aspects, I will advise you to go back to this video, right, to the beginning of this video, or you backward it, reverse it, whichever way. Just make sure you go and understand what each of these things means and the tools they are using, right, before you choose the area you are going into. Mind you, the O5 is available, including product manager or product management rather. It is available too, right? So for this period of 2 weeks, myself and other trainers or instructor will be walking you through on all of these things. Mind you, you can only go for one at a time. So if you are going for front-end development, make sure you are going for front-end development. You cannot have access to what digital marketing, website design, graphic design, UI, UX, product management, and others, right? The reason for this is we need you to focus on one at a time, just like I explained earlier. Commit to a plan, know your goal, right? So you have to focus on one at a time. Focus on one at a time. So you can only go for one out of these 5 to 6 stars that are available in this Ember offer, right? In this Ember offer, right? So the date for the training is between 18th of December or through 30th of December, and the venue, like I said earlier, is Google Meet and Skype. So don't worry, we are going to teach you how to do all of these things. So all you have to do is to contact the number here, right, to reserve your own seat, okay? Because this promise to be a good and a mind-blowing training. That is just it. Now, I know you have some question within you, so follow me to this end of this particular video, then you are going to see answer to your question. Yes, trust me. So, all right, to register for this particular offer, to partake in this offer, right, visit this link, right? I'm going to drop the link in the description of this video, or you contact this number that you are seeing here, or the email you are seeing here. So it's either you message it on WhatsApp or you call the line directly. Then you send the message to this particular email. So they send an email, then your seat will be reserved. But then before that, let us move to the next slide. I know you are having some question within you, so let us move forward. So this is it here. It is a promo price which valid for 18th of November or through 17th of December. So that means just for a period of a month, you have the time to register for this particular webinar of this particular training, right? You have a period of a month to register. Today's, I don't know when you'll be seeing this particular video, right? But it is starting from the promo price is starting from 18th of November or through 17th of December 2023. And again, I said it earlier, we are going for different stack, right? So the front-end development, digital marketing, web design, graphics design, UI, product management, and others, their prices are different from each other. So the promo prices varies, right, depending on what you are going for. Remember, I said you can only go for one at a time, right? So these are the frequently asked questions. I know you have some questions within you. Okay, how many months is the training? The training is for a period of 2 weeks. So the next question is can I learn everything under 2 weeks? And the answer to your question is no, you cannot learn everything under 2 weeks. So the question now is, what will now happen after 2 weeks? So the answer to this is where the full training and mentorship comes in. So the main purpose of these 2 weeks is to bring every interested personnel together. So we know that these are the set of people that you will be focusing on and giving them full and maximum training come 2024, right? Starting from January, come 2024, and we focus on them to make sure that they achieve what they need to do under that particular period of their training. Okay, how many months is the full training and mentorship? The full training and mentorship is going to last for a period of 3 months, January, February, and March. So the first 3 months of the year, you can use that one to learn, why others, right? Depending on you, if you know what you are doing, then you start to implement some of those skills that you have, because we are still going to show you how you can develop yourself to be a freelancer around this particular skill. We are going to teach you how to sell yourself as a freelancer, right? Sell your skill, freelancing platform like Upwork, Fiverr, and others, and even on your social media platform, right? These are the benefits that you'll be getting under this the training and the mentorship. So what will now happen after the 3 months? Yes, our students will be assisted to get internship placement and also teach them freelancing, just like I mentioned earlier, freelancing. So you can start it on your own. You don't need anybody to employ you. Like, you can be selling your own skill as a person, right, as a freelancer. So you are going to onboard you on Fiverr, Upwork, Freelance Engine, and among others. But this will only be done for the student that you know that they are doing the right thing. And I forgot to mention this. This server is not for everyone. It's just for a few number of persons. At most, maximum of 50 persons will be allowed to come on board. So you just have to act fast for you to be part of these 50 persons, right? So in case you have any question, you can send your message to this call this line to the number here, or you shoot me a mail here. So thank you very much for listening. I'm my humble self. You can call me Gideon Abiodun. I'm a front-end developer. So you can search for my name on every social media platform. On Facebook, you see me, you see the picture there. On Instagram, Twitter, X, LinkedIn, even on YouTube, you see my name there. And on GitHub, you see it there. So thank you very much for listening. So I will need to recap this particular training, which will be coming up December 18th to 30th of December. So make sure you grab this offer fast because it is just for a limited number of persons. Thank you very, very much. I remember my humble self, Gideon Abiodun. Thank you.